Jai Shri Ram. Hello friends, as you know that on every Tuesday I share some part of my knowledge which I practice on the chart for the followers of Chitra Astrolab's YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss whenever some change is going to occur, whenever some change is going to occur or some transformation is there in life, then the eighth house activation is the most important thing as per the Vedic astrology. Now I have predicted one prediction about the same native without taking the credit when he is going to have a son and how he is going to have that son that I had mentioned in that video. And in that also I had mentioned that he is not going to take the captainship which will be offered to him, but he has not taken, and then his rise or his total graph is going to be, you can say, not that much uh, flourishing as compared to when he has taken, at least for the test cricket. But that Natty has not taken. Now that prediction has gone correct based on that and the circumstances. Because when we learn without having the detail of the native, correct birth detail is not given by the native, how can you learn from that chart? Just by observing and getting the feedback from the society or the circle or from the newspaper or whatever the thing is. Still, I'm not claiming this is the correct birth chart, but if the first prediction has come to, the second, if comes to, then this chart surely belongs to this native. I have seen so many other things also. That's why I'm taking and stick to that type of chart. Even I stick to Scorpio ascendant for Shri Narendra Modi chart. Many astrologers who claim to have his original birth chart with them, but I still stick to Scorpio ascendant because whatever is happening is in his life at present is only due to Scorpio ascendant. And from the past events as well as the future events I had observed over a period of time. Same way, the people are claiming Cancer or Leo ascendant for Yogi Adityanath, that is the Chief Minister of the Uttar Pradesh, but I stick to that Leo ascendant. Whatever the other things are there, the people can themselves correlate. Because when I'm not having original chart and I'm still my predictions comes near to true or true, that means that birth detail, whatever I'm missing, I treat as a intuition, which is giving me a correct direction. Now, based on that, I am seeing some transformation or some change as far as the profession or career is concerned for Virat Kohli. See, why I'm saying when he has birth of sun, the Jupiter was transiting over the fifth house and aspecting the sun in the 11th, which is situated or placed in the 11th house. Even though he has a change between Mercury and Venus, that means when change get activated or Venus comes in contact with the sun, that means sun, that means child, boy child, Venus, wife gets activated. Same way, at present, Jupiter is transiting over his sixth house, over the Jupiter itself. Jupiter being retrograde, it is creating a problem. But some glory will also be there, which this native might have already observed. Why? Because Jupiter-Venus combination is there in 2, 6, 10. That means Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn sign that is in the trine. Because Jupiter always gives strong result in the trine. But along with that, he will also give some difficult time. Normally, Jupiter being a benefic planet, it gives good result first, then give some negative result later on, particularly in the sixth house. Now, this will be a fluctuating period for him till 13th May 2025. But when Jupiter comes in the Gemini, when transiting Jupiter will moves uh, in Gemini in May 2025 to it will be there around April, May 2026. That time, it is going to Jupiter is going to make a connection with Saturn and Rahu, Sun, Mercury. And somewhere, if we take it as a Karka of Jupiter and the Mahadasha, or no, before I let me cover for the Jupiter itself, when Jupiter make a connection in a transit, the corresponding planets get or Karka gets activated. That means Saturn profession, Rahu breaks, Sun name, Sun and Mercury may be the place where the king likes because Jupiter that sign itself is in Mercury sign, 11th house, social circle, or moving away from the working place. 11th house is moving away from the working place because it is second to the 10th house. In that particular case, when Saturn will also be in fourth house over Mars, Saturn and Mars always make a connection or gets activated some disturbance at that particular house, fourth house. Saturn and Mars will always have some disputes, some fights, and all those things, or need special attention. And Saturn will be expecting that time, Venus and Moon, whenever it expects, it says change, change. And Moon have an spot of Sun and Mercury also during that time. Now, in that particular time, the Moon, the Vedic part, the Rahu Mahadasha and Moon Antardasha will get prominently activated along with the transit. Because Saturn is the lord of 10th and 11th house, Rahu is there, and Saturn is next to Rahu, or you can say Aquarius sign. The Moon is in Mercury sign, Jupiter is in Mercury sign. Moon is also the lord of fourth house, not eighth house. Whenever a planet Mahadasha runs, it gives area. Area or the playing ground, field. In field, you can play any game. It says that you have to, this is the area within that boundary limit you can play. Rahu is giving that much type of area to me. And Rahu being in the third house and in its, you can say, basically a co-lord of Aquarius also. Somewhere Rahu becomes a strong Rahu in Sapvisa Nakshatra also, or becoming more prominent or more desire will be there for this native. That time, Moon being an Antardasha planet will give the result. Now, Moon being Lord of 8th house, house of transformation, sitting in the 10th house, that is the profession of the native, in the sign of Mercury, along with Venus. That means somewhere related to that profession is moving out related to whatever the existing is food or whatever the apparel business is there, we will concentrate more towards that. Not you can say as far as the sports is concerned. For sports, Mercury is more important, but now Mercury is the only getting activated with the help of Moon But Jupiter being in Mercury sign, it has to expand it. Jupiter in Gemini, Moon in Virgo. Now Jupiter being transiting in the seventh house, house of business, Mercury in the 11th house, to see the overall expansion and the benefit, long-term benefit of the business, there is going to be a transformation in the native. These are the things which I concluding on the base of transit as well as the Mahadasha and Antardasha. Now, the transit and Mahadasha will only give result when there is a scope in the chart of that event. In Rashi chart itself, I am not considering here D9 chart or D10 chart. In Rashi chart itself, you can see it. Saturn gets activated. Rahu and Ketu are the node through which the native will get a result. Rahu Ketu will be that in the, during that time will be in the third and 11th house itself. Third and 11th house itself. Basically, I have also seen whenever Ketu is in the ninth house, whenever Ketu is in the ninth house, you should be neither very close to that native nor far away from that. Because he can say good thing, then your good will be there. When he will curse you, then your bad things will begin. Ninth house Ketu people should use their intelligence or their wisdom for the benefit of the people. But they use it for own purpose, then they curse also the people. Otherwise, they will remain silent. It is not in their hand because they want to grow it, because Rahu is in the third house. They just want to grow and expand it. And when they will not able to grow it, they will say some negative words or possibility of saying something is there. That time the native may give curse to other people, and the ninth house people normally have that type of ninth house Ketu people have that type of tendency in the life. I'm not saying all people, there are some, we can say, very cool people who just want to detach from the dharma, or there are some people who just concentrate on the dharma. That means the more dharmic you are, Ketu is going to give better results when you cross over the 48th year. As native has not crossed the 48th year, that's why that angle or that transformation, because this transformation has started around, you can say, in his life after 30, because he is approaching the 36th. Or more or less, sports person, some age may be different, or there are chances. But as I'm treating this, according to that, native is not close 36. As not native will cross 36, he will more sensible towards the society as compared to the previous year. Based on that, as Moon is getting activated in the Rahu Mahadasha, Moon Antardasha, I see a possibility of the native taking break in the profession, or some transformation will be there in the native life due to activation of Saturn Ketu, because Saturn Ketu is in the 159 Dharma house. Or the purpose of the native is through Saturn Ketu, and that Saturn Ketu is getting activated only due to, because whenever you have a any event in your life, Jupiter, Saturn, and Ketu has to be get activated for the dharmic event. Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu has to get activated for the expansion or the whatever the desired fulfillment events are concerned. I see this Jupiter, Saturn, and Ketu getting activated in the trine for this native during the Rahu Mahadasha and Moon Antardasha. That is the possibility, sure. but it is a long duration from now if we see it, but I am seeing a possibility of taking transformation during this sales. But the same event may happen, but the same event may happen during the Rahu and Sun. But it is a very small, you can say, period in this particular 2025 when Champions Trophy will be over and you can say this Champions Trophy over and if India gets win or it gets an opportunity to win that trophy and as well as the you can say if they reach in the finals of the Test Championship, that time he may also announce. But for that, because Sun Mercury Ketu is getting activities, Sun is in the Ketu sign itself, and Sun is in the Mercury. Rahu Sun also given an opportunity, but only that will happen when India won that one day championship as well as the test championship. That time as a fulfillment he will also announce, but that is the period of around 1 month only. But when we are talking about Rahu and Moon, it is a period, is a longer period, and during that it has a more prominent chances of getting that desired fulfillment. I hope you will like this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe the channel, like and forward this video among your known people also, so that your help can be of immense value to for the growth of this channel. Jai Shri Ram.